Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and last episode we constructed the rocket silo. This is the rocket silo that will launch 1,000 ships, as they say in the old country. I don't know what old country that is, but that's where they say it. They say it in the old country. So what we need now is we need to build rocket fuel. Then we need to start worrying about how to build satellites, but that'll be the next step. So I was going to make corrosive puffing, because that was the best way to make hydrogen gas. But I've since realized there's actually another way to make hydrogen gas, which is using some other stuff. Monochloramine gas, which I already need anyway, and ammonia, which I already need anyway. So rather than going puffers, it'd be a better idea to go to hydrogen gas by synthesizing it using green catalysts. So what I'm thinking is we're going to need a lot of space for this. I know that. We could build it here, but I think we're going to run out of space. So I would say the best place to build that, let's go to the left of the rocket. And we can just build that all there, it won't be a problem. Meanwhile, black chips are being made constantly, which is very good to see. It's a real relief to just see things being made. So, we're just going to come over here and just make a bunch of land and just start figuring out what we need. We're going to need electrolyzers, and we're going to need a lot of them, that's for certain. Because we're going to need a lot of chlorine, and I think we're going to need some hydrogen. I'm seeing some white cloudy stuff there. Ammonia gas, yes. So we're going to need some nitrogen as well. Not really a problem. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen are some of the easiest resources to get, because you get them from the air or the sea. And we've got lots of air and we've got lots of sea. So as long as we don't run out of air or sea, we'll be alright, but I mean, I guess it's not called air block, is it? I mean, that's Minecraft, that's Skyblock. Oh damn, I didn't consider that. I'm not playing Minecraft. Not today, anyway. I've never played Skyblock, sometimes I think I should. So what I might do is actually build downwards. And then see how that goes. Okay, well we've run out of stuff, so what we definitely need is we're going to need electrolyzers. Are we going to need anything else? We're going to need a lot of chemical plants, that's for certain. And we're going to probably need a train to bring my catalysts. Okay, so we're going to need some trains, we're going to need some catalysts, we're going to need air filters, definitely air filters, need those, yes. So 10, I think 10 is a good number, but I think 40 is too much. 30 is a better number. Chemical plants, now those are going to be spicy. We're going to need more than... Do we need more than 60? I think 60 actually is a decent number. I was gonna... No, you know what? Everything's requiring chemical plants. Let's build 80. And we want to build everything nice and big, so we've got plenty of room to improve it when inevitably we don't make enough fuel. Because there are multiple things in the rocket. These guys are going to be a problem as well. I would like to improve plastic, but I think I would rather just get the rocket fuel done today. Oh, okay. Electrolyzers, we're going to need more than 10 of those. I'm probably saying like 30? 40. 40. Okay, that's going to give us lots of electrolyzers. I'm pretty happy with all of that, actually. And we're going to get some land. Sorry, I'm just getting paranoid about something. Yep. I usually have it streaming where I can see the streaming window, but quite frankly, there's no reason to do that. I'd rather have the big chat room, so if anyone wants to talk, I can see them. You know, want to make sure everyone's voice is heard. It's very important to me. Okay, so we're getting that sand in. We may actually... I could just do that. That'll do it too. Red circuits are coming through at a decent enough pace. Not fast by any means, but decent enough. And this is going to go down to the rockets. We could put it on a train, but quite frankly, I don't need to. I don't think it's required. Okay. But this does need to go down to the rocket, and I see no reason why it can't go down there now. Right, that's pretty good. Okay, so we've got like a couple of things here for the rocket ship. You know what, actually we could do this better by... Let's build some titanium chests since we've got them. And we're just going to do it like that. So that way we really pile on, if we've got like surplus, it puts the surplus in there, and the surplus is going to go super high, should it ever get that high. And yeah, because we're going to need a lot of these. I might as well do the same here. I know this is not really what I was supposed to be doing right now, but I also don't care. Alright, and we're going to get the rocket control units. This is going to absolutely kill my black circuits, but that's okay. Because we can build more black circuits. And speed modules. We'll build all of those. We're going to build so many of those. Maybe I want to hold on to some black circuits. Maybe, yeah. Maybe I just want to hold on to them, just for myself. Just so I can admire them. Just for me. 52 black circuits is a decent number for now. I don't think we need to go too much higher than that. So all we need now is rocket engines and rocket fuel. So, rocket fuel, let's get started, shall we? Rocket fuel is going to need some things, so let's get those catalysts in here right now. Going for the row on the bottom. That's probably the best way to get the catalysts in. Could probably go faster if I did it that way. Okay, so that gives me places to put the catalysts. That's good. I am pleased by this. And also, the finger bus may need to come around soon and deal with some worms. But the finger bus is always pleased, because it does like to party. Okay, so... apparently have a shortage of just regular signals. Hopefully we've got some stuff. We don't. Okay, so we need to grab some... Oh, never mind. That's easy. Go right there. Boop. Great. So these are going to be the catalyst trains, because I think that's going to be the hardest part of what I'm building today, is the catalysts. Which the good news is that's not actually difficult, because I've got catalyst trains. It's only using green and red, I believe I wrote down. So green and red. Oh, we're going to need a methanol train as well. We may need to convert that, but that's, again, not hugely difficult. It's just a matter of just getting it done. Get her done, as they say. Who says that? Cowboys. I'm not a cowboy. I don't really know. I'd be the worst cowboy. It's a funny idea, though. Like me just willingly going outside. That's great. I mean, of course I could go outside. I gotta get work done. Gotta go to my job. Job's outside. Mostly. I mean, it's inside. But it's also outside. Dun dun dun. Alright. So. Let's get these catalysts in. So... Well, we've got the decided combiner, so that's good. We're going to need a couple of train stations. Thankfully, we got a couple of train stations. Very convenient. And we want a green drop. Green Catter ore. No. Oh, green Catter ore pick. No, we want green Catter drop. Something is making an angry sound over there. I'll worry about it another day. Okay, and let's just power this. If it's not powered, it's not going to do a lot. Okay, that was... Well, it's powered now, let's not complain. And there should be a train coming this way. There is indeed. Fantastic. Just walking on the train line real quick, because dying to a train is fun and awesome. Alright. Really? It's... Oh. Suppose it wanted a couple of chests too, huh? Okay. It'll be cool next time. Oops. So let's just build the catalysts first, because I just feel so much happier having the catalysts ready to go. That's probably too many, but I don't care. I'm a rebel, and this is who, as a rebel, I am. A man who just does not care. Okay, and then of course, that's got to spit them back out again, doesn't it? Oh wait, no it doesn't. That's bringing the materials in. That's fine. Spits them out on the other side. And it does also bring them back in, but from a higher position. So that's going to go out like that. That come in like that. Okay. Really want fast stack inserters too. Gosh, it's so precious. It wants fast stack inserters. It wants fast filter inserters. It wants. Never thinks about what I want, does it? I mean, I want it to work, so I guess that's kind of the joke, isn't it? That's the end result. I want it to work. So let's make it work. We'll just build 10 of those. That'll cheer it up. Okay, so hydrogen chloride gas is going to be a little bit interesting. Sodium hydrochloride. Chlorate. That's going to be a little bit annoying too. It's going to be making paper. Now, paper could be useful because we could turn into... I thought paper turned into something else. I guess not. Okay. I thought paper turned into wooden blocks at some point. Does it not? How do you get wooden blocks? Wooden? Okay. Wood pellets. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why I made paper to begin with in this game. I needed it to make the wooden boards. Okay, well that does make sense. Let's get the catalyst frames. We just need to build... Right, catalyst. 5 of those. Let's go 10 of those. So, what do we need first? Well, we need hydrogen chloride. That's an absolute must-have. We also need to get menthol gas at some point, but let's get the hydrogen chloride. That's the must-have. And we're going to need a salination plant for that, which I'm pretty sure I forgot about until right this moment. So I need literally everything that it needs. Wonderful. We also seem to be having a few things I do not need to carry around, so let's just pop those in there as well. Now we could go with the salination plant too. Quite frankly, the ones is probably going to be sufficient. So we're going to need advanced circuits, which we should have an absolute truckload of them now. Yep, good. Brass pipes, aluminium pipes, both of those pretty easy to come by. Concrete bricks, those should actually be far better than they've ever been before. They're not as good as I thought they would be. I thought we'd have more concrete bricks by now. But I can steal from my factory, so that's okay. Oh. I don't know if that train stopped because it was afraid it was going to hit me, but it did look like that. I don't think it did. I think it stopped for its own reason. Its own nefarious purposes. But I like the idea that it didn't want to hurt me. Because trains are innocent, kind souls. They're not. They are absolutely not innocent, kind souls. I don't think I need to tell anyone that. What else am I lacking for the salination plant? Brass pipes. Okay. Well, I don't need more of those. I reckon I have brass pipes in here somewhere. The trick is finding them. Okay. I'm not doing this anymore. Just give me my brass pipes. Just give me like 300 of them, please. Can you do that? Can you do that? I was kind of expecting all of a sudden just to have like a bunch of brass pipes delivered to me, but maybe it can't actually do that. Brass doesn't seem like it's been made much anymore. That's probably real bad. What happened to brass? This is me focusing on rocket fuel right now. You may notice that I've wandered off. That can happen. That's not brass, that's... Oh, okay, I see what's happened here. That's unrelated. Oh. Maybe it's not unrelated. I ate all my charcoal. No. Okay, too much charcoal was going that way and it kind of killed my furnaces. Still don't know where brass is though. So we still got that problem plaguing us. Brass over here. I think this is brass. That's bronze. Who the bloody heck is brass then? That's not brass. Brass is like a brassy color. That's brass. It's copper. Why is nothing happening here? What is jammed up here? Slag. Interesting. Don't quite know what we're going to do with that slag then. We do need a plan for it, but for now what I think we do, because we've got a bunch of places for it, is we could... Oops. Oh, that's going to be bad. Actually, that might be just fine. And it'll store slag there for a while. Till that becomes a problem as well. Okay, cool. That wasn't really what my purpose of this was, but I did need brass pipes, and I still don't have them, so... I guess it was something I needed to do. Okay, so we don't need any of that, I'm pretty sure. Look, I just need regular brass pipes, please. And how many do I need for a salination plant? Because that's actually why I came here. I need... Ah, I gave up my aluminium. Shite. I needed that for reasons. Now can I build... I can build 2 of them. That's probably good enough for now. It's not good enough for the long run. I'm going to need a lot more, of course. I'm going to need a lot more than that in the end, but for now this will be fine. Okay, don't get hit by a train. And for some reason black science stopped. I have a funny feeling that was because brass stopped in some way or another. Okay, but they're continuing to build those up. Got lots of those, got lots of those. Awesome. So, the plan here is we need some degree of saline water. How much? Well, that's going to give me 9,000 units per minute. Or, per second, 160, which is still not great. But it's what we're going to have. We're going to need a pump. It's right there. Fantastic. Okay, and then we're going to need electrolyzers. This is the real reason we got these electrolyzers. And we want to turn these electrolyzers, we want to make sodium hydroxide. And we also want to separate them out by one, because otherwise they're going to get each other's way. It's almost the same sort of setup as the oxygen and hydrogen slags, except instead of slag it's giving us sodium hydroxide, which is fine. And we want to go like that if possible, just to give us plenty of room. Because let's be honest, pipe management always matters a lot with these. And we're going to go down like that. Okay. But that should be good. Yeah. Now that's going to produce some stuff. It's going to require 400 per second. Really? That's going to require 400 per second? Jeez. I really thought these were going to produce more. Well, that's fine. That's what they're going to produce. I really did think they were going to be better than that. That's alright. I mean, we could make them slightly better, I suppose, but that's not hugely better. Okay, so we need the oxygen and the hydrogen, we know that. What is the first thing we want to make? Well, that's the last thing. Well, hydrogen is actually the last thing, pretty much. So we need ammonia. And we need menthol. So how to make ammonia? Well, that's going to be hydrogen, nitrogen gas. Okay. Nitrogen gas, that's easy enough. You just got to do it properly. Nitrogen gas is something a lot like... It's almost exactly like this, actually. You get an air filter, and then you and then you burn off the oxygen. And we'll put the oxygen over there. Great. Goes like that. That goes do. In case we want more, which we may do. I really don't know how big this needs to be. There's no harm in having it bigger than it needs to be. Okay, so nitrogen lives. Ammonia gas is what we need now. So we've got hydrogen, we've got oxygen, and we need red catalysts. Okay, red catalysts, here they come. Take me down to Red Catalyst City with the girls are red catalysts and the grass is green catalysts. That's how the song goes, probably. Okay, red catalysts, they are around here somewhere, I believe. Blue catalyst, green catalyst, red catalyst, yeah. Okay, we actually do need to build one more out. Otherwise, nothing gon' fit. Okay, awesome. Red catalysts, please. And should we power it? I think we should power it too. I mean, I know it's a bit reckless and wild, but kind of who I am as a person. Okay, and those are powered. Good, good. Rad. And the train's coming. Awesome. It is. And we're going to do kind of the similar thing here. Except instead of green rather, it's going to be red catalysts. And did we ever give those filled frames to you? I don't think we did. Here you go. There's not going to be enough catalyst frames actually, but we'll do 50 for now. Just so that way we've got something. Okay, so we need ammonia. Ammonia, super easy to make, but we're going to need a lot of it. So ammonia is just red catalyst, hydrogen, and nitrogen gas. Okay. So chemical plant, let's just put them down like that. I don't believe there's any byproducts that we're going to be worried about. No, there's not. Okay. Let's just move them to the side a little bit just so it makes sense. And we probably want that down just a tad. In fact, maybe that was fine. Because we turned these around and they know it wasn't fine at all. That's alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. I know it looks painful right now, and I assure you it is. Okay. So this is going to be my ammonia gas. That's good. Then hydrogen and nitrogen. They're too close together. Of course they are. Because you gotta deal with more than one liquid. And when you gotta deal with more than one liquid, you gotta separate your shit. Most basic rule in Factorio. It's the part that separates the new players from the players who've been playing for at least a couple of minutes. I mean, that's not true, actually. Like, oil in Factorio, when you're first getting it, that's a bit confusing because you're like, oh man, there's these fluids. And they've improved it a great deal, actually. Because it used to be so required and there used to be at least 2 things and there was a lot going on, but now it's a lot simpler, which is nice. I appreciate that. Not for myself, I understand it now. I had to go through it's hard. I had to walk uphill both ways. But, you know, now it's better and that's good. Okay, so we've got ammonia gas being made and that's good. Gonna need... No, we don't have it being made because we don't actually have anything connected to it. That's an important part of getting things made. Okay. Hydrogen. Good. I don't think we have any use for oxygen. But if we do, we can always use it then. Are these not connected? They're not. I wasn't facing the right way. Okay, so that's making ammonia gas now. Or at least it should be. Yes, it is making ammonia gas. That's good. So next we need to make... Hydrazine is just one of the things we need, isn't it? Yeah. Let's just focus on hydrazine first. So next we need monochloramine gas. Now that needs a few things. It does need that sodium hydroxide and it does need cellulose pulp. Ah, that's a pain. Okay, for that we're going to need some algae farms. We are going to need algae farms, interesting. We're going to need green algae farms and red algae farms. And while we're here, we might as well pick up more salination plants. Okay, so algae plants, we need, I don't know, 20? 20 seems good. I don't think we need any steam crackers right now. We can get rid of them. Anything else that we're carrying around? Hydro plants, maybe. Induction furnaces. I don't even think we're actually requesting them right now. Grandcasters, probably not right now, but we may need them later. Chemical furnaces, probably not. Okay, so algae plants are coming my way. They are 20 of them. And what do we need for more saline plants? We need aluminium and concrete bricks. Wonderful. Well, it does look like brass is being made again, so that's nice. Aluminium, concrete bricks. Okay. Aluminium, easy. It's right here. I can just steal it. I don't care. Concrete bricks, a little bit more troublesome, honestly. Because I keep raiding my concrete bricks. Because I keep raiding them, I keep running out of them for some reason. Weird reason. Okay. Enough for 2 more. Ah, we can do more than that, I think. Ran out of aluminium again. Darn it, aluminium. Like, what are you doing? What are you even doing all day? Huh? You even do anything? You have a job, aluminium? I don't think you do. Okay. Now that I've insulted aluminium enough, and it's feeling ashamed. Speaking of, look at it, it's so ashamed it can't even be bothered building lots of itself. You can probably casting machine that to be a bit faster. Okay. Okay. So that was unneeded, but you know, it's probably good to get as many things made while I'm not going nuts with resources right now. Right now it's just a stockpile time for a lot of things. And low density structures, we're going to need a lot of them. I mean, we have a lot of them, I guess. They stack quite well, in fact. Okay, so let's build a couple more of these. Okay, and power them, because power is cool. Power that one as well, why not? Okay, geez, the green is going to be a problem because I'm going to need mineralized water. No, I can get that actually, that's not a problem. I know where I can get mineralized water from. So we're going to go one side. I'm going to make my green algae. Carbon dioxide as well. Wonderful. I could steal green. No, I couldn't. And on the other side, we're making a brown algae. And that's actually a lot easier because it takes saline water, and we got some of that. Now, those numbers may be way off of what I've included there, so we may need to correct those later. But for now, it should do. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not going to work like that because actually, it might just work just fine. It would work just fine. Legitimately surprised about that. So that's going to be my green and brown algae, which is going to be used to make the pulp. Got to make that pulp. Got to make in that paper, as I say. I don't actually got to make that paper. Could steal trees. Nah, trees are a pain. Trees are probably easier to work with. And I got a lot of them. And they do turn into fiber easier. I mean, how do I make these? What am I doing? How do I make these fibers normally? 10 green algae makes 4 fiber. That's a lot of work. But what I may be better off doing, okay, is stealing trees. Yeah, okay. You plant. Steal trees. It's cool. So we're going to go like this. Make the acid. Weird that it's got a little hat though. Not a hat. What? It's got a little building rather than it's not like a liquid because it's like one of the first things you need. But they're like, I guess we don't want to just force the player into liquid buses immediately. I mean, I appreciate that. Liquid is tricky. Even when you're used to it, it's still something you got to learn. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some of this wood. Because I know we've got some wood being made elsewhere. Like right there, which right now is being turned into resin, and that's cool. But what I could do is this. Okay, so then I move the wood down here. Now I could turn it into fibers earlier, but it's technically more bus compression to not do that right now. And if there's one thing you know about me, I'm all about bus compression. And if you are new to this channel, you'll know that was a stupid joke because I don't care. It's not even a stupid joke because I don't care, it's just... eh. Alright, so... the acid, gotta get the fiber. Now the fibers are easy, just gonna chuck them in there. Out of wood. Like a true hero. I don't know how much of this rocket fuel we're gonna make today, but we're gonna make as much as we darn well can. And we're gonna jury rig it to all hell and back. Not really intentionally, but it's what's gonna happen. Okay. We should start seeing that wood coming down. Here it comes. And then with that wood and that acid we can make... can we make? Sodium... no, cellulose pulp. That's what we're actually making. Yes. Okay, so this is actually more inserters than I thought I was going to need, which is interesting. And cellulose pulp. There it goes. A funny feeling this stuff doesn't get made as quick as I thought it did, but that's alright. With that, we then have almost everything we need to make sodium hydrochloride. We just need to put it into a chemical plant with some chlorine gas. And this stuff. Cool, so chlorine at the moment is maxed out, which is fine, because we're about to change that. And that will make... this is actually making paper, which is kind of funny, but that's alright, we're not here to make paper. Not sure what we're going to do with the paper, but we'll figure it out. That can be question 2. Okay, oh actually, they need to go like that. Right, so then we need the chlorine that we were talking about before. I was kind of shit talking it before, I think. I don't know, I mean, honestly, who doesn't shit talk chlorine from time to time? Like, what has it ever done for you? Nothing, it's lazy. Okay, and that should give me a couple of things. The paper I don't care about, and I will have to deal with that as a byproduct of what I'm actually trying to make. Yeah, okay. So let's go that way. Paper can go into a very important place. That's right, that's where paper goes. It goes into a very special place. Let's put it into a more special place than anyone could have ever imagined. A paper warehouse. Okay, paper warehouse, go. Now, the rest of it, though, this is where it gets a bit more interesting. We need ammonia gas. Okay, the ammonia gas we've already made is down there. The end result of the rocket fuel is going to be coming through like this massive maze, and it's going to be kind of funny and useless. Okay, so ammonia gas comes down from there. So what we do is like this. I was going to put out output hydrogen chloride gas. That's useful. I need that. Okay, and then with this we want monochlorodipytin. What it's called? Don't judge. Don't at me, as they say, as the kids say. Kids hate being atted. Don't at it, kids. They hate it. Just makes them real mad. Why they say don't at me? Because they hate being atted. They're like rebels from Star Wars. They hate being AT-AT'd. The rebels from Star Wars hated it too. Especially on Hoth. Where is my... Oh yeah, that's fine. So that makes... that. It does make that. Oh, we've got no way of getting rid of the catalyst frames after we're done with them. That's funny. That's a critical error. Okay. Okay, so now we should be using hydrogen and nitrogen and chloride. Or chlorine? I don't know. But my point is we are making that. The next thing we need to make is this stuff. Which again is pretty easy. We just need the stuff we've already made plus hydrazine that's like one of the things we need. Like, yeah, at that point we're almost done with the first part of the first half. I'll be honest, there's so many parts of this. So now we're making hydrazine gas. Now this is the thing we could have just done with a certain type of puffer, but we're not doing that. For no real reason aside from I could not be bothered making another type of puffer and a new type of farm. Like, gaseous puffers are easy because gaseous puffers just require beans, and I was already making beans because beans are pretty good in nutrient pulp. But I wasn't making also fruit. I didn't think that was worth it, so I'm not. Okay, so that's going to give me my hydrazine gas and also hydrogen chloride. It does also have the minor problem that it does need green catalysts. That's okay, we got green catalysts. And the green catalyst is going to come right down here. It's a really cheeky move, but I think I like it. Okay, so that's hydrazine, which is the first of rocket fuel pieces. Now, I think I want to hold on to the hydrogen chloride gas because I think it's useful for other things. In fact, I'm fairly certain it is. But what we also need to do, and this is absolutely imperative that you do not forget this, we've got to return the catalysts, the catalyst frames. Otherwise, if you don't return your recycled goods, you will not get your money at the station. And you want that money. That's good money. Okay. Now that should be... It doesn't... Oh no, it does make lots of hydrogen gas. Okay, lots of gas is being made. That's what's important. So we are now completed that one. The next thing we need, I think, is menthol gas. I keep saying menthol, but it's not menthol, it's menthol. No, it's not. Menanol. Gosh. Oh, we do need oxygen. Look at that. Cool. So let's get the menanol gas, and we're going to have to train that in. I believe we've got a train that does menanol. Don't know where the train is now, but we do have a place for it. Or rather, a desire for it. Okay, we need the Vinger bus. I saw worms. I don't like it. Where's the Vinger bus? The Vinger bus is where it always is. I don't know why I ask that question every time I look for it. The Vinger bus never moves. Okay. But it'll deal with those worms pretty quick. And it does like to party, which is the other part you gotta remember about the Vinger bus. Probably the most important thing about the Vinger bus is it does like to party. So it looks like hydrogen is slowing us down a little bit, but that's alright. In fact, what I might do is I might go and get some more sand. Because I think I need to build south to get the menanol that way. Not a huge problem, admittedly. And also at some point I really need to go and get the science sorted out. So maybe I should do that as well. Is there a train nearby that I can steal? Because the Vinger bus is busy at the moment. Okay, we need sand, so let's go get the sand. I can go pick that up by hand. I know it's very eager to deliver it to me. Okay, that's fine for now. How much more work would it be to get express stack inserters? Not that much, actually. Maybe I'll make some of those now while I'm thinking about it. Just make them by hand. I just think it might make this part a little bit better. And they exist here. Just because if we can get the stone used a little bit faster, that does help me out. Alright, I don't need those anymore. I think we all had our fun with that. So, is there a train nearby? I think there is. Wow, there's usually a train right there, but not today, I guess. Oh, black science is being made. Cool. I didn't think it was. But it is, slowly. Now I want to go pick up some agricultural science real quick, just to finish off the beta stuff. I don't think I need any more agriculture after that. What mods am I using? Let's see if this works. There you go. I assume that worked. If it didn't work, then you might have to type it yourself. I don't know if it got sent to just me, then that's ridiculous and you need to try it. Where do I put my agriculture science? Here, it's in the middle of the rat nest. Because of course it is. Oh, yeah, I never actually restocked that with brown algae. Okay, we'll do that then. The fish have that. Steal it from the fish. There's nothing wrong with stealing from fish, remember. Gosh, it's loud. Okay, so as much brown algae as I can, just to hopefully make some more of that agricultural science. Hopefully that'll help. I'm sure it will. I don't know why it wouldn't. But it's been a while since I've actually chucked anything. I mean, look, they're still using the basic things. I mean, that's disappointing and disheartening. Ah, fantastic. Look, I love SeaBlock. It is... I mean, it's pretty much the only way I play Factorio these days. It takes me a long time. I'm not the fastest, but I do have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so now that we've got something, what did we go up there for? That's right, went there for more sand, didn't we? We could have grabbed sand where we were, but we forgot. I can only pay attention to one thing at a time. But yeah, so now we can start to try and get. That's right, we wanted the metanol here, so we could start converting that into melamine gas, or however the heck you pronounce it. I know that's wrong, by the way. I know it's probably not called melamine gas, because that would be stupid. But I also didn't bother reading it enough to learn. I'm not proud of my my laziness, but I do acknowledge it. Alright then, and we're going to need one more train station, of which we absolutely carry the resources for that, which is always pleasing. Don't need those anymore. We did need them for a time, but not anymore. And we should have some pumps, just regular pumps. No, we don't. Well, that's going to be very awkward to unload that train, isn't it? Can we at least put a tank in there? We can. Well, let's put a big old tank in there. Big old tanks never go wrong. And we'll call it metanol drop because that's what it is. Wow, I'm actually surprised that train's... Where's that train spending all its time? Is there something that actually uses that much metanol? That's trying to take a lot. Oh, I know what's taking that much. It's the resin, isn't it? Ooh, that was not something I had considered being a problem. Okay. Is there an easier way to make metanol? Or I'm saying it wrong. How do you actually say it? Methanol. There is. I could use carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas, which, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure is exactly what it's doing. Could use methane gas. Or I could use that fiber that I'm not using. I mean, I got a bunch of fibers here that I'm just not using for anything. Maybe I could use some of those and turn those into methanol. That's not the worst idea I've heard. Wait, it turns into methanol, not... No, it turns into what I want. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So we will split this. It's far from efficient, I know, but it'll do the job. And we'll just go like that. We will later make this better, but for now it's about just getting the rocket started. Okay, so just type meth, that always makes me comfortable. Okay. Do I want to speed those up? No, they're alright. So at some point we are going to need a pump for the methanol here, but now it should be okay because it's probably more focusing on making resin anyway. So that'll have to just wait a little bit longer. Well, if we're making methanol over here, I mean, why don't we just keep crafting from here? So methanol and ammonia. Good news, I make both of those. So ammonia, I just feel like I'm not going to be making enough of it. Ammonia could be a problem soon. But it's not yet. And we can always expand something if it gets short. Okay, so methanol and ammonia makes that gas. And we're going to need to separate them by one, otherwise we're going to have problems with liquids. And I don't know why I've built so many of those, but you know what? If you build more of them, you got enough of them for a little while. That's the logic I'm going to keep. It's the logic I'm going to stick to, rather. And we're just going to come up to the side, because it makes this bit a bit easier, rather than trying to figure out how to push it through the middle. Right. On the other side, we'll have the methanol gas go through. Like that. Awesome. That's going to make some stuff. It's also going to make purified water, which is a pain, because I don't really want purified water. Purified water is, of course, something you can make out of nothing. It's so easy. It just takes power, and I don't want to say unlimited power, because if I say that, I'm going to start running out of power. It's like angering the gods. Yeah, it's getting close. We can speed that up, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's clarify that water, because we don't want it. I think we're going to need to clarify more water as well in a moment, but... Okay, so that's that done. Get rid of it. Next we need menthol again and the stuff we just made. Okay. I mean, honestly, we can probably just do the exact same setup and just change the inputs and the outputs. So, with this dimethylene. So, ZZ Knight, how much experience do you have in SeaBlock, just out of curiosity? Dimethylene. Have you managed to finish it before, or just sort of dabble in with it? No judgment from me either way on your response, though, I assure you. Yep, that's good. And this one comes out like that. Right, so that's going to hopefully make... Okay, so that's going to make my diethylene. None in SeaBlock. Oh man, SeaBlock is an absolute blast. If you can get over the fact that it hates you. That's the trick. It does hate you. It hates your time anyway, and it eats it. But if you can get over that, it's pretty damn good. Okay, so... It is so much more complicated than it needs to be, and I love it for it. That is in the wrong place. I'm about, as my stream suggests, about 128 hours into it at the moment. So if anything you're seeing right now looks absolutely impossible, it's because when you're starting off the SeaBlock, you do have those moments. What am I making? Dimethylhydrazine. Okay, that's a word that can't be pronounced. Let's just try and find it here. Okay, I'm just going to click. In fact, that is actually the one I wanted. Awesome. Lucked into failure. Lucked into success again. Lucked into failure is not called luck. That's called failure. Okay, and then we what? More menthol? Yeah, okay. I see the problem with menthol here. No. No, let's use the right resources, shall we? It doesn't need more menthol. Ethanol, rather. It does, however, need the monochloramine gas. This is actually one of the most annoying chemistry parts of the entire game. Oh! That sounds kind of fun. Consider me intrigued. Monochloramine. No, hang on. Oh yeah, that's what I want. That sounds like a good time, and by good time I mean terrifying. Sounds like what I thought Dwarf Fortress was going to be when I started playing it. But it turns out it's harder to collapse things in Dwarf Fortress than I thought it would be. Okay, so we need that water to go away, so what we're going to do is something like this. But look, I think SeaBlock is pretty rad. I think I've already made that clear. Okay, and that will be my rocket fuel capsules. Oh boy, and then we've made the first part of the rocket fuel. Do need to figure out what to do with that hydrogen dioxide gas, the hydrogen chloride gas. In fact, I don't think anything's happening with it, so maybe we break it down into hydrogen chloride again. That might be the best idea. Okay, but that's a problem for another moment. Right now, we want to make the first part of the rocket fuel. And we need to separate them by one, or nothing's going to bloody work. Okay, so rocket fuel. This is the rocket fuel capsule. Okay, great. So we've got the hydrazine, that's just down there, and we will... The good thing I like about SeaBlock, if you haven't played it before, is SeaBlock is impossible to lose. I believe someone came out with a video recently being like, oh, it's so easy to lose SeaBlock, but it's not. Like, once you've got started, the only thing that loses SeaBlock is impatience. If you're patient, nothing will ever actually chase you down and destroy you. There's no biters. It's a very peaceful world. The only thing there are is worms, and I believe you can even turn those off now, but I wouldn't. They're nice to limit you a little bit, and they're not a huge problem. They just sort of shoot at you for a while, and then you get a weapon that outranges them, and then you laugh as you like rain death upon them. I mean, raining death is exactly what you want to do in every Factorio game, actually. Okay, so that should be making my... Yeah, that's looking good. Oh man, we got rocket fuel. Heck yeah. Alright, that's a lot of rocket fuel. I may have made too much rocket fuel. Not possible. Anyway. Next we need rocket oxidizer. And here is where we use the oxygen that I've got from the air filters. And more ammonia. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing ammonia come up a lot and that bothers me. Okay, so we're going to take that away because we need the oxygen apparently. So we need oxygen, ammonia, and green metal catalyst. Hey Lord Platypus, how you doing? Alright then, so let's just actually make that down. Just tidy that up a little bit. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. A great exclamation mark has got me startled. Look, I'm playing Factorio. I'm having the best time of my life. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. I am full of butter chicken, which is also the best time of my life because butter chicken's pretty good. You know what? I'm going to go over this way. I'm going to make the boosters slightly separated, just to hopefully just make things a little bit easier for myself. Okay, so we're getting the green metal catalyst as well, aren't we? Okay, well then we definitely need more catalyst frames. Today we are building the rocket fuel. And then we actually have everything we need to launch the rocket, but not enough to launch the satellites, so not quite enough, but... And the rockets are still quite slow for various reasons. But, you know, then we will have enough to build... Wow. Okay, we forgot about rocket engines. That's just tungsten plate. That's so easy. That's not worrying about. Worth worrying about, rather. So, yeah, rockets are becoming a thing very, very soon. And that's super exciting. So, this one's not too bad. This one is... Oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen and ammonia. Combine those. Okay. So that is called nitrogen monosynthesis. Okay. Nitrogen monosynthesis? Synthesis? Monosynthesis? Or... That's the one. Look, I assume that's probably the one. Okay, and that is going to be my ammonia, which, as we've discussed, we're not going to be making enough of that at the moment, but we will be making more soon. Okay. And oxygen is what there? Okay. So we need to still get the green catalyst frames in. Probably need to chuck more green catalyst frames in there as well. Okay, and that almost looks great except for the part where it isn't. So in that case, I do actually need to slightly adjust how that comes in, because otherwise everything breaks, and that's not great. Okay, so it's doing a little bit of a loopsy-doopsy, but that's alright. The question is, why doesn't Batman dance anymore? Okay, so if we power these, they should be making my... We can power these. Should be making the... Oh, the stuff? You gotta make the stuff. But you also do need to return your recyclables. You don't return your recyclables, there's gonna be problems. Always return your recyclables, kids. Okay. And then we need... Then it's actually pretty easy. Then it's just... nitric acid's gonna be a pain. Whatever. Dinitrogen tetroxide gas. I am not a chemist. I don't know if this is obvious by what I'm saying. I'm just sort of making sounds and hoping they're right, but we know they're not. Everyone's like, oh my goodness, he's having a stroke again. And it's like, no, I'm just saying chemistry badly. There's a difference, guys. It's okay. Okay, so ammonia, slight problems, but that's alright. Then what we're going to do is these ones are going to go the other way around, and in fact these ones can even be close together because... what is it called? Dinitrogen. Dinitrogen! That wasn't funny. Okay, then we need to figure out how to get the nitric acid in here. Now, nitric acid is something that we have. But how to get it from wherever it is now to where I need it. Like, nitric acid is like here, I think that's nitric acid. Yeah, so if I bring it through here, down here... yeah, okay. And then we've got rocket fuel. Then I just need to get tungsten plates. And we're gravy. Not us personally gravy, like us being gravy is a problem. You never want to go full gravy. And I probably want to pick up some more sand while I'm up here, but that's going to come with the territory. Because the grey goo will always provide. The grey goo will always provide. Okay, cool. That's enough grey goo for now. We do need to boost green algae for plastics very soon. Just because the amount of plastics we need are ridiculous. Ridiculous. We need a lot of plastic, that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so up here. Back, that's nitric acid there. Where's it going? Oh wait, I think I know where it's going. The nitric acid goes into... It was needed for a component of black chips, wasn't it? If that was the case, I probably didn't need to go too far. In fact, wasn't it needed for the black chips itself? Oh my goodness. It was! I didn't need to go anywhere. I already have it here. It's alright. Hitch a ride on my own belts. Okay, nitric acid, where the heck are ya? If I find you, I'm gonna siphon you. Like people siphon petrol. Except if you get petrol in your mouth, it's gross. If you get nitric acid in your mouth, it's... I suppose it's slightly more gross. I don't really know. I don't really want to think about it, actually. I don't know much about nitric acid, but I assume it's pretty bad. Like, I know hydrochloric acid's bad. I know sulfuric acid's bad. But I don't know quite how bad nitric acid is. Citric acid isn't as bad as you'd think unless it's concentrated. I mean, I don't know how bad you think citric acid is, but I don't think it's that bad. I wouldn't want to drink it. Ugh. Just thought about saying that one aloud. I was like, nope. Okay, then we're going to go like... Yeah, take it one up. Okay. And that's going to be my rocket oxidizer. What am I doing? Rocket oxidizer capsules. Okay. This has not taken as long as I thought it would, so that makes me very happy. You can drink it once. You know what? That is a valid point you make. You can eat or drink everything once. Some things you can drink more than once. Most things, well, probably most things you can eat or drink more than once. But people get really upset about it and talk about, oh, he was such a lovely boy. I didn't want to go to a funeral. Yeah, because you drank nitric acid. He may have been a lovely boy, but he was also a bit silly. Apologies if anyone knows someone who died drinking nitric acid. My condolences. But don't do it. It's not a thing that works. I mean, I don't know if it works. I just wouldn't recommend it, I suppose. Can we do it this way? Okay, so that is now everything we need. Rocket fuel time. That's probably too much for my resources right now, but I also don't care. I imagine we don't have enough nitrogen being made, but we can make more. I don't know why I'm doing this by hand. I got robots. Right. So that's pretty good, but I think we're having a problem with nitrogen, which we can fix that pretty easily just by making some more of these bad boys. The baddest of boys. Now production modules? You mean? Production modules would probably be good too, actually, yeah. What I'm also going to do is just have some overflow valves just to make sure these are always running. Because they will cause problems otherwise. And I need to do the same thing on the hydrogen and chlorogen. Not what the stuff's called. Not too worried about production modules on these. Like, this is just something that could be infinitely created. It's not a huge process, whereas black modules, they take a lot of work, and so production modules on them, at least until I have like stable production, probably required. Like, I'd probably take the production modules off these or beacon them. The speed loss isn't a problem. That's not a bad point. Could do that. Oh, I hate that COVID-19 announcement sound. We in New Zealand had New Zealand's done COVID pretty well. I'm very proud of New Zealand. But recently our capital city got locked down because we had a small case of it, and New Zealand likes to be very, very careful about this sort of thing. But every time there's a COVID announcement, it always has this ding sound, and it's just like, it's sometimes the only part of the announcement I hear, and it just makes me uncomfortable. But no, I just heard the sound of the COVID announcement, and I'm just like, it never makes me happy, because, you know, they don't play that sound to let you know happy times are here again. I mean, fair enough. Why? They don't really have a sound for that. What I could do is split this hydrogen and hydrochloride into hydrogen and chloride. So that way, at the very least, we don't waste that resource entirely. I don't know if we need more than those. It's a circle of life, you know? And I guess through it pretty quickly. I think that's actually what was causing a problem. No, we are having a lack of this stuff. Okay, that's alright. It's making it. The point is, we're getting rocket fuel being made. That's not how I want to do it, because I want to put it in a chest. Just to really go at it. The problem is always going to be not the rocket fuel. It's not going to be any of this stuff. The problem is always going to be the rocket control modules. Heat shields right now is not great either, but it's going to be the rocket control modules, because they require just two very difficult things to make. They require the hardest chips in the game to make, and it seems like I ran out of them. So, you know, they're always going to be slow. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay, so the last thing I need is rocket engines. Now, rocket engines is just tungsten. It's the easiest part of the rocket to build. And we do actually have a train that takes tungsten. So let's just bring in that train, I suppose. All right. And we've got enough just for one more train stop. Ha! How useful is that? Okay. Right. So we don't need a lot of tungsten. I think that's pretty obvious. But we need some. And I also need some copper cables. We're also really going to need to expand the chemical furnace situation. That's not going near fast enough. But we can worry about that later. We need copper cables. And copper cables we can get just by stealing a bit of copper. Okay. And we need electric circuits. Okay, well, you know what? We can't win them all. What's slowing these down? Lack of blue chips, probably. What's slowing you down? Lack of plastic. Okay, yeah. That's what we probably need to work on next. I was going to work on satellites next, but the plastic is probably going to be a bit of a crisis. It's already a bit of a crisis. But as crises go, it's not the worst. Tungsten plating. How many do we need of those? I don't know, 5,000. That's probably too much, but... And tungsten plate drop. Here comes the train. I always put it one step too close. And probably power these as well. Okay, so. Rocket part. We need rocket engines. They are the easiest thing in the world to make. Okay, well, we got to build them anyway, so we might as well build them, you know? They are super quick. They are even stupid quick. Okay. Just chuck some tungsten in it and call it a day. $5,000 may have been overkill, but whatever. Because of how easy they are to make, I don't even care about having a backlog of them. And there's the first percentage of the rocket built. It's happening. Okay. So, satellites are the next thing I need. I don't think I've got the tech for it. It is a glorious sight to get the first few percentage of the rocket. Do we have this radar, by the way? We kinda do, we kinda don't. Oh, I agree 100%. So, but I'm not going to launch the first rocket until I've got a satellite in it, because quite frankly, that's just a waste of a rocket. If I do that, and I'm going to need to launch 230 satellites, I think it is, to finish the game. I've done the maths. It's not a hard maths, it's like 200 plus 16. So if it's 200, plus 16, you clearly got the maths wrong. Let's just check. I'm just curious now. I know it's not really important, but so you need 200,000 for that, and you need 3,000 for that. So 203 rockets. That's less than I thought. Cool. So I need to launch 203 rockets of satellites. But I do need to launch like a whole bunch of rockets for other things as well, to actually launch the components into the sky. I wanted more centrifuges, and that may have been a mistake that I haven't been doing those. It's alright. Really? That all I got? 15? 15? 15 is not a very large number, game. I really need more agricultural science. Like a lot more. Wait, hang on. Why are you not getting the wood blocks? Wait. Oh, because you used to rely on the compost. Well, that's funny. We can just make compost, you know. Okay, so that's a really funny reason why we weren't making more agricultural science. I didn't. How many more agricultural science do I need? I need 150 times. So I need about another 150 divided by 2, which is 75. It's not quite that, so maybe like 70 or 60. I got 17. Needless to say, that number is not enough. But we are making progress. Now we just gotta probably worry about plastic. So what do we not need and what do we do need? Air filters, we do not need 30 of those. We can tone those down to 10. We had 40. Okay, electrolyzers, we do not need 40 of them anymore. We didn't need 40 of them to begin with, but I would like to hold on to 10. Just in case. It's just nice to have them. I just think they're neat. Hydro plants, 20 of them is probably an overkill as well. 10 will suffice. How's that rocket going? It is at... What is it at? Where's that number? Oh, 12. Okay. Aluminium is a bit of a problem right now. Why is aluminium a problem? I thought we were sweet with aluminium. Oh, because it's the charcoal that is... Okay, we gotta find a place for this new power line, and I think it's gonna be... We just need a lot of plastic. Well, if we do the plastic here... Because this is where the plastic is required. No, not quite there. The plastic is required for the transistors, which are there. So we could just do plastic... No, that's not quite right. That's not quite what I want to do. Anyway, focus. Living agricultural science. And also trying not to get hit by a train. We also have been making my alien research, so maybe that's something I should actually just chuck in there. Yeah, let's get the alien tech done, because there's some stuff we can build with that. No, we don't have enough to do it anyway, so let's just do alien tech. Let's not beat around the bush any further. Can't help but notice it's doing nothing. Tell me I don't need a new type of lab. I need a new type of lab. Not a problem, I can build them. It's just a pain. So let's build them. Alien lab requires orange artifacts, blue artifacts, and just regular artifacts. Neat. I don't want to trash anything that I actually regularly need. So it was pink, blue, and orange, if I remember rightly. Oh, are they in here? No. Seriously, where's my alien artifacts? Oh, if I find someone's been eating my alien artifacts, there will be hell to pay. There they are. Okay. Close. Full Spectrum Labs. Wait. They're a different type of lab. Okay. Oops. Didn't need to take those labs away. They're different types of things. Ah, that was real close. I don't quite have the labs that I want, but I will be building more labs later. But first off, I do need to put these back. And just chucking the science back in here. That train did come close. I like to live dangerously. And if you type !train, you'll know how many times I lived a bit too dangerously. So that's always fun. A little bit of a thing that I set up there. I think it's 11. I feel like it's 11 times, but I could be wrong. Okay, so that wasn't particularly helpful. I probably shouldn't have thrown those away then. It is 11 times! Huzzah! Oh, you know what? I need the centrifuges. Honestly, I'm surprised it's only 11 times. There's been so many close calls. Usually, I don't see it coming. Usually, I'm just like having the time of my life, and that train just chews right into my back. It chews my spine. I'm happy to point out the next pistol I see on the tracks if you want. Pretty sure there was one around here. I'll let you know if I see one. I know there's one around here somewhere. You're always... Oh, there's one. Just in an iron box next to the train tracks. I don't want to tell anyone to go F in chat, but you're welcome to go F in chat. Okay. I mean, yeah, and that's also why I put the sound effect of a train in the points rewards thing, because trains, they're scary. Okay. So, we're just going to try and make more plutonium. Because more plutonium is definitely needed for the next part, or one of the future parts of space. How much plutonium do we have? 1,500. So, yeah, it's getting there. I could also invest in a new type of... you know what, actually, that's almost too slow now. There we go. I could invest in... start working on the next type of power, like the final type. But I don't know if it's really worth my time to do that. Maybe it is. Rocket is at 19%. It is slowly coming together. Fuel is slow. Why? Probably lack of ammonia if I had to take a guess. And ammonia is slow because it looks to be lack of catalyst frames. Okay, so anyway, that's going to keep making my plutonium, which is super cool. What do I need for those full spectrums? Just a bunch of weird random crap. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to prepare a bunch of these. We need basic transport belts and basics, really? Okay, well that's fine. We're just getting the science together now. I didn't know I'd have to do this again, but clearly I do. Okay, so that's all going to be made by hand because it's faster than... It's not actually faster than doing it by hand. It's all faster than getting a machine to do it. But I am lazier, so... I've got filtering cells, I've got to have these things as well. And I do. Okay, so I'm trying to get to the part where I can start using the alien tech that I've been retrieving from the worms. And then we can start doing some new fun stuff. I don't know where my yellow splitters are. The grey goo is just all-encompassing. Where are my yellow splitters? They have to be here somewhere. Like seriously, how do I lose splitters? They should all be together. There they are. I'm just going to walk backwards and forwards until I find them. That's my plan usually, I guess. Okay, so that would get me to the point of having electrochemics labs. Then I need solar panels. Ah, shit, I don't build solar panels. Solar panels? Seriously, who builds those? I guess I'm about to build solar panels. Just because it's easier than trying to do it any other way. Thankfully I don't need to build solar panels to finish the end game. I needed to, I remember in the first time I played this, but now the fusion drone, or the construction drones are powered by, not satellite, fusion drones, the radars are powered by the plutonium, which is why I want to build a lot of plutonium. Speaking of which, let's get the radars going. Radar 1, radar 2, radar 3, radar 4, radar 5. Okay, that's some good radaring right there. Okay, and they will request the things that they need to make the radars. Now, not all the things are available yet, but we'll certainly find out what's not available when it doesn't make them. I believe my problem is going to be blue chips and black chips, and some nitinol stuff. But beyond that, that should be... Oh, you know what we probably should do? We should probably limit them. Otherwise, we're going to be building infinite radars. And we don't need that. The last thing we need is infinite radars. I'm glad I remembered that just in time. And how many radar 2s do we need? Well, at this point, I don't want more than 200. But I will change that on the occasion. It looks like none of the stuff that is required for this is being made. Radar 1s are fine, radar 2s are fine, radar 3s are fine. Okay, that's fine. That's actually better than I thought we were going to be doing. How are we doing for time? We've got another 20 minutes. Awesome! That probably gives us enough time to start getting the done that I wanted to. So solar panels, they are being constructed. Solar panels aren't being restricted. That's a problem that I need to fix right now. Because I don't like solar panels. They are not fun. They just take up a lot of space and they don't taste good. And some would say, well, you're not supposed to eat solar panels. And I say, excuse me, who do you think you are? Tell me what I can and can't eat. Yeah, it's a bit rude, isn't it? How'd you like if I came and told you what you could or couldn't eat? Pretty sad, wouldn't you? Anyway, that's enough insanity for one moment. There'll be more insanity later, don't worry. Always be room for more insanity. One more solar panel probably. Great. And we need to go grab sulfur light source and some femto laser arrays. We'll build 5 of those while we're waiting to get there. Red chip seems to be slow, but that's probably because of the lack of plastics. But we're getting there, don't you worry. Okay. If we go like that, probably need a couple more sulfur light arrays. Let's just stop that for now. What are we lacking to build more? Solar panels, huh? Wasn't that just the way? Okay, now I need to get my blues, purples, and oranges. And then I'm going to go have a look at the rocket. I'm always going to be looking at that rocket. I'm so excited. As I damn well should be, I think. You know what? Let's just get all the alien artifacts I can find right now. We could be at a point very soon where we need to start making them, actually constructing alien artifacts. I don't think we're there yet, but we could be there soon. Which will be an interesting place to be. No, it's not quite what I wanted to make, but thank you for trying. I wanted to actually make these labs. These ones. Nope. That's not a lab. It burns through those so quickly. In fact, what? It's burning through 1 every 4 seconds? That can't be right. Oh, yes, it could be. Okay. Anyway, that's going to get that done pretty quick. And then... what do I need to actually make science packs? Probably things. Things and stuff. I'm just going to put a box down with all my alien artifacts. How's the rocket going? Can we improve the rocket? So one would say you can never improve the rocket, but I think the rocket can be improved. For instance, not enough filter frames. We know that. So let's build more filter frames. And we do that by, well, first we'll chuck these ones in there. Catalyst frames rather, not filter frames. Okay, so we don't have a lot of iron on us right now. That's probably not great. Salination plants. I built lots more, but I never actually put more water into them. That was probably a critical mistake that I didn't realize that. And it looks like I never actually went and picked up my underground belts again. That's alright, we can get that done. On the way back, we will assemble some of these bad boys. Time to make alien science packs. And thankfully these are pretty, these labs take productive user modules. These ones do, you're quite right. Man, these ones don't. But those ones do. Thank you, Lord Platypus, I really appreciate the thought. Or the comment. Okay, so alien research, that's going to take a little while. That's alright. What is this? Oh, that's my low density structures. Okay. Well, I suppose the next logical thing to do is work on getting the radars and satellites made, isn't it? Rocket control units, easy. Low density structures, easy enough. Silver zinc batteries, problem. So there's 3 things I need to make that I'm not currently making. A few other things I'm not making fast enough, but silver zincs shouldn't actually be too much of a problem. Radio thermoelectric, that's why I've just built all those extra centrifuges. And radar 5s I can do something about. So nitinol is probably the thing I need now, which is actually not too difficult to get. You'd think it would be, but it's not. Because I've already got it existing, we just don't make it here. Because we were making it over here as a one-off type thing. And we have 350,000 units of it. Like molten nitinol. Which is a lot. I'm also reminded that I'm not making enough plastic. That will probably, given the fact the time right now, I think it's going to be a project for next episode. So if you're really wanting to see me rehash plastic, you're going to have to wait until Saturday for that. If, by the way, you're watching for the first time, you're thinking, yeah, I want to watch more of this, please give a follow. You know, it just, no commitment. If you don't ever show up again, that's okay. You can always unfollow later if you change your mind. Firstly, what I do, I go, oh man, this guy looks great, and then I forget to go back to them ever again. I'm happy to be your never again guy. I mean, I'd prefer it if you did come again, because, you know, I appreciate, I appreciate you even being here to begin with. You know, spending a bit of time while you're doing whatever you're doing, it's nice, you know? And I hope you're getting some enjoyment out of it as well. If you're not, I wonder why you're here. Here I am abusing people. That's how you get people interested. It's called negging. I don't know what the freak I'm talking about now. Thanks for following, ZZ Knight. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that I had to neg you. Alright, so we need to get more nitinol stuff, or rather nitinol stuff in general. Okay, there it goes. We could optimize it, but quite frankly I don't care enough. So, what do we need? We need nitinol gear wheels. They're pretty good. I like them. They're going to be used. They're not going to be used a lot, but they're going to be used occasionally. And let's just connect that to... Wait, connect that to the logistics network, please. It was already connected. What am I... Why did I connect it by a cable? I haven't been doing that all run. I did my last one, and I think I got into the habit of it. Okay, so gear wheels, we want... Gosh, let's just have 1,000 of them. That's a ridiculously high number, but let's... Sky's the limit, you know? Now we need bearing balls, of course. And of course, if you have bearing balls, you gotta get the bearings. I mean, what are you doing if you don't have your bearings? And then how many of those do I want? Oh gosh, probably like, let's just take another 2,000. 2,000 was a good number before, 2,000 is a good number now. Probably way too high. I didn't even say 2,000, it was 1,000, but... and let's just make another one of those, just to speed things along. Oh wow. Look at that, it's 2 spam bots in a row, that's a record! I've never had too many... Buy followers and primes, why would you buy primes? It's like the complete opposite of why how primes work. Whatever, spam bots. You're so silly. Alright, so... I know they're robots and they don't care, but it's always interesting. I guess there are people who go, yeah, that's actually something I want, and that's kind of sad if you're willing to pay for that sort of thing. Oh yeah, bots gotta spam, that's their job, right? Everyone's gotta do their job. Bots gotta spam. That's their job, that's it. I've just never had 2 spam bots in a, like, just so quickly. My favorite was someone, like, being abusive in chat, and so I banned them, and they came back at another channel, be like, you'll regret banning me, so I banned them too. And then 2 of them came back and said, you'll regret banning me and my friend. So I banned them too, and then they stopped coming. I was like, well, that was a good end game, buddy. I was really wondering where that was going to go. Go anywhere. It's kind of disappointing, actually. That is probably gonna make my saddle. Oh, we do not need 75. Let's go 2. I know. I just like people telling me I'll regret banning them, and it's like, dude, I have like no followers. Like, I have nothing to fear. How much does this actually cover? Just out of curiosity, how much does this one thing cover? I don't really know. The best way to know would be to take it elsewhere. Take it to the extreme depths of space. Yeah, look, this is going pretty well aside from... Oh, actually... Oh no, I thought I was going to have soil problems, but I have not. I have not got soil problems. Phew. Okay, that's pretty good. Wow, that is a huge swath of area that covers. It's neat. Anyway, I need those. I need another 100 and something of those. That's going to take some time. That's still going fairly well, all things considered. Trees coming through. I mean, look, plastic is the big concern now. So I think what I'll do is I'll go look at the rocket, and then I may just call it a little bit early, because I'm not quite sure what to do. No, 7 minutes. I can do something in 7 minutes. What can I do? What can I do in 7 minutes? I can increase the speed of this. There we go. Increase high rocket fuel production. So that's good. We're going to need catalyst frames. We discussed that before. Okay. Because nitrogen, hydrogen, they're pretty full up, but the problem is they're not got enough ammonia gas, which to me translates to we don't have enough catalyst frames. Now, you guys might want another catalyst frame as well. Actually, that's pretty backed up. And the other side is... The other side's a little light. This may have been backed up because of the lack of ammonia, though. Still not backing up. Still really getting through it. Nitrogen's a little bit light. That's okay, we can fix that easily enough by just adding a bit more. Yeah, we'll chuck another one down, why not? Okay, so hopefully that improves the ammonia production. Problem is nitrogen's just struggling. We could... I don't think oxygen's having a problem, but I think nitrogen is the issue. Like, oxygen's just fine. Nitrogen needs to be created. Unfortunately, nitrogen is not something you can really siphon from something else either, because nothing else really uses nitrogen. Or makes it. So what I could do is something like this. And then just flare off the excess oxygen. I won't even connect the oxygen. That looks like it's going alright. Hydrogen's a little bit light though. Probably fine. A couple of undergrounds will help that quite a lot. Do. Awesome. That extra nitrogen should really help the ammonia production, and it looks like it has. Now hydrogen's the problem. Wow, can't win, can I? That's alright. Okay, so we connect the hydrogen somehow. Okay, I don't know how we're going to do this, but... No, I really don't know how I'm going to connect these two. Oh wait, yes I do. Chlorine connects that way, and hydrogen connects... Hydrogen just keeps going, I think. There we go. Then hydrogen connects into there. And on another plus side, it means we're going to make a little bit more of the sodium. That's pretty good. I do have to worry though that the sodium doesn't, like watch rather, that the sodium doesn't get over backed up. The rocket is at what, 49%? That's not bad. For the first rocket in about an hour or so, that's decent enough. Black circuits are taking too long because of lack of blue. Why is blue's happening because of lack of plastics? I already know that. So yeah, absolutely. That's what. No, wait, what? No, it's not. Lack of titanium. What? 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 Are we making that much with titanium right now? Oh, wait, yes we are. Oh, because I'm also doing the... No? I thought maybe the answer was I was because of that one, but maybe I just need to make a new titanium creator. Plastic comes first, though. Well, does it? Plastic is important. But the thing that's slowing my blue chips down, and thus everything else, is titanium. So by that logic, I need more titanium. It's not much of a logic jump. I could use some speed modules and that'll speed it up for the moment. It's not going to be a long-term fix, of course, but we'll do that and then we'll call it for the night. So while I do that, I'm just going to do my ending spiel. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I actually really do appreciate having you around. It's great to have people watching and commenting, and at the very even quietly enjoying. I appreciate that. If you have enjoyed today and you're not currently following, give a follow, please. That way you can make sure that you can watch any future videos. Mostly I do Factorio, but I do one stream a week of Dark Souls Randomizer because I think that's funny. Doesn't do particularly well, but I don't particularly care. It is funny to me. If you are enjoying this and you go, damn, I really wish I'd watched some of the older streams, well, you're in luck. You can actually find them. They're at youtube.com/SeiferKatt, and the link for that is just below the video. If you're wanting to know when I'm next streaming, best idea would be to look at the schedule. That's pretty up to date. I tend to keep... the Factorio ones I definitely keep. I missed the Dark Souls one the other day because I was doing something else in the middle of the day, and I was like, ah, crap. But, shit. Oh, you know what? That's why the titanium's a problem. Because it's making this null. Sneaky. Okay. Oh, that train came by. But yeah, so that's how you can find me and watch the rest of my videos. I am going to be continuing this SeaBlock run until the very end, final rocket is launched. So enjoy that. I think we may even get a rocket launch in the next couple of episodes. I think it might be my goal for my 3-hour episode. Because radar 5s, we've got those. We've just got to figure out how to make silver zinc batteries and radiothermo generators. And then we're launching rockets. So, you know, come around for that. Come around for the first rocket launch. Because that's a big deal. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you another time. Take care, everyone.